selling your home and buying the next one is an extremely complicated process. And in this video, we're going to talk about some possible solutions. So the first thing to go ahead and do is get a pre-approval letter. Are you able to buy a house with your current mortgage, just with your debt to income ratio and stuff like that? I'm not a mortgage lender. I'm just simply here to provide value for someone and really understand what you can do, what you can't do, with your house selling. Like we said, do you need to be off the books to get something? Like, are you able to have two mortgage payments? Like, are you going to get approved? And just have a big, clear picture of all the scenarios that I'm going to talk about, what you can do. Okay, so the first one is sell your house and then rent and then buy. So the sell and rent solution, it gives you flexibility on the selling side. Maybe you're not really in a bigger rush. You can wait for that perfect offer to sell, and homes are selling a little bit longer these days. So you have clear flexibility a little bit on the selling side. And also, by doing this, you're not paying two mortgages. Say you buy the house and you can't sell the house yet. To prevent that, to prevent two mortgage payments, you sell the first one and then potentially move in an apartment and then wait for a house that you want and then go ahead and get that. That's one solution to do. And you can also be patient on buying the next house. Say you sell the house and you rush into something on the buying side that you're not really comfortable with. Well, now you can be patient and wait for something that you truly do want on the buying side. That's one solution. The next one is you buy the house you want and then sell. Okay? So when you buy and sell, you just got to take a step back and think about it. Homes really aren't selling as fast right now currently today in 2024, August 15th, as they may have in the past. So there's a possibility of maybe having two mortgage payments. Something to think about. And if we roll on back, can you even do that? Okay? So, and we just talked about, are you pre-approved to do so? And potentially if you buy the property that you want to move into and you're still trying to sell this one, maybe having problems, can you just rent it out? Is that a possibility you can do? Maybe you can. So then it's maybe a little bit easier and you're not paying two mortgages, and maybe there's a chance you're even making money on a cash flow side. Something to think about too. And sometimes if you do find that property that you really do want to move into, but you're still trying to sell the current one you have, there's some scenarios where you just got to do what you got to do, man. Like, you got to bite the bullet and maybe pay two mortgage payments, but you know that it won't last long because your house you're selling is gonna sell, but you're taking that sacrifice because you've got something you truly want with the location you potentially desire, the price you desire, and stuff like that. Something to think about too. Another way and a solution is a home sale contingency. So what is a home sale contingency? That means when you put in an offer to buy a house, this is contingent, the house you're buying is on your house selling, and you have a time frame to do so. So now you understand what that is. Let's take a step back from the seller's point of view. Oh, we're looking at offers. Well, this one has to wait until they get their house sold for this to go through. So that could be a potentially weaker offer, but it may not be, depending on their motivation and the leverage the seller has. It's something to think about. It could potentially be a weak offer. And, like we said, might be a weaker offer, but on the flip side is now you're trying to sell your house and maybe time frames are just getting pretty tight and you extremely want this house that you're buying, but it has to be sold. The house that you live in has to be sold. Maybe you take a lower offer on the house you're selling. It could happen, just to make sure you can get the house that you truly do want. Okay? And the home sale contingency is kind of complicated. There's a lot of dates that have to be met, but if you do it correctly with good timing, it could be perfect. Like, you get this thing sold and you move in to the next one, like, quick. So that's, if you do it right. It's complicated, it's hard, but it could end up working perfectly. Okay? So now we talked about three: sell and rent, then buy the sell scenario. What about this one? People don't really talk about. What about you sell your house And now you're waiting to buy the next one. So where are you living in the meantime? Maybe you're living with some friends or family that can help you out for a little while you're waiting for the next one. And that's something to think about as well. And that gives you extreme flexibility on both sides of the coin. So on the selling side of the coin is, you don't have to accept something lower because we're going to move. You can maybe wait a little bit longer. And doing so, once we do sell it, we know we're not going to be homeless because we have somewhere to go. So when we do sell, we don't have to worry about apartments or any sort of renting or maybe buying something we don't want to, because we have assurance that we have somewhere that we're going to stay with its friends or family. Okay, and one thing that you would probably have to do is rent out some storage space in the meantime, because if you're moving into someone's house and you got a bunch of furniture, you got to put that somewhere. So that's a little cost maybe to think about, is just renting out some storage space. And I have it on here again, but that really gives a huge ease of mind that you have somewhere to stay for a little bit with friends and family while you're selling, waiting for after you sell your house and you're looking for the next one. Caveat, however, is maybe tensions start flaring a little bit because you're now living with family or friends, and just gets a little bit chippy, because sometimes that happens. That's something to think about too. But in all, selling your house and buying the next one is extremely complicated. And I gave you some solutions here, not only maybe to take action on, but to just think about before you go ahead and start doing it. If you found this video valuable, please subscribe on YouTube and like and follow on any other platform. Thank you for watching. Bye.